Sup, bro chachos? Now yes, in case you're wondering, the title of this video is very accurate, and we're going to be showing you how you can maximize your profits when you go to sell your vehicle. But before we give you all of the secret O's, as we like to say in Hispanic, what do they need to do, Miguel?
Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you can stay up to date with all of our posts.
Do what he said. With that out of the way, go ahead and roll the intro. In case you're wondering, we are going to be selling the GTR, but we need to get it ready for sale. So follow me. Now the vehicle that we're going to be selling is our 2013 Nissan GTR, which has about 43,000 miles on it. And this thing is in pretty much flawless condition. We're very, very meticulous. This thing is also detailed regularly, professionally. With all that being said, you want to make sure that your vehicles are in tip-top condition before you go to sell them. And the reason is because you can maximize on your profits if they don't have any issues. So that brings me to our first thing. Anything that can potentially break, anything that needs servicing, anything that is around the mileage of needing servicing, you're going to want to replace. The most simple thing for every single vehicle is the oil change. So brand new oil, use the good stuff, and a filter. Most case scenarios, it's not going to cost you much money. On a GTR, it's, a couple $100. It's not a lot of money. The next thing, which is often overlooked on vehicles, is the transmission fluid. And if you have a differential, the front and rear diffs, or some of you might only have rear diffs, the diff fluid, change it out. This way you have a smooth shifting vehicle when somebody goes to test drive it, and you're giving your vehicle to the next person in great condition. For us, on this expensive ass GTR, we bought new filter for the transmission, also a performance filter. A common problem on the GTRs, when they do the transmission, they replace them with the factory bolts. The problem is the factory bolts are cheap caca poo-poo, and so we're replacing them with longer, much better ones. And of course, a brand new gasket for that, right? Another thing that is a very cheap fix that we highly recommend you do if you're selling your vehicle is the brakes. Front and rear pads at the very least. But if you have new rotors, those also help as well. Our rotors were put on less than 200 miles ago. So they're brand new with titanium hardware. So we're not gonna be switching those out. But we have new ceramic pads for the GTR and hardware, which is also gonna be going on. And any sensors or fuel filters or whatever it may be, switch those out as good measure. Like I said, all in all, on a GTR, you're gonna be spending, maybe a couple $1,000, but you're gonna see that in your return when you go to sell it. And most importantly, you're gonna be selling a good thing to somebody. So don't go out there screwing people. And on most of your vehicles, all of this stuff is probably gonna cost you only but $200-300. So it's worth doing. On that note, let's go ahead and get all that new stuff on our GTR, and then we'll move on to our second point, jabronis. For the second thing you need to do, jabronis, if you want to get the maximum dollar out of your car, and that is to detail that son of a gun. Get it all nice and pretty, polish it up, make it look brand freaking new. Paint correction if you got to. Muy importante. Let me show you. Now, luckily for us, we have our personal detailer, JD from L&L Detailing.
Back at it again.
With the white vans on. And Daniel. And the third one, amigos, that you need to do to get the most amount of money out of selling your car is hire a professional photographer. At Freddie Rods, by the way, on Instagram and YouTube. Well, amigos, like we like to say in Hispanic, we hope you found this video to be useful and potentially entertaining. I have one more bonus tip for you, and that is make sure to create a very detailed description of everything you've done to that vehicle, including all repair work, all maintenance work, and the timelines for everything, and be honest, as well as any key features on your ride that you feel will really make it stand out and pop, like the sound system, like how clean the badging is. Anything that you could think about that'll really make it stand out and pop, that's gonna help you get the top dollar for your vehicle when you go to sell it. With that, if you did find this helpful, we would appreciate if you went ahead and click that subscribe button, bro chacho. Why? Because it's free and you'll get a lot more helpful tips. Also, look at Miguel's Mini Cooper. That build series is about to start here any minute now. Stay tuned for the for sale post of our 2013 Nissan GTR. This thing is absolutely flawless. It's going to be up on Auto Trader very soon, as well as Facebook Marketplace. Most important, as they say in Hispanic, make sure to put out good energy into the world and to pay it forward. Check you out later. Bye now.